Okay, I make it 1 minute past 10, so I'm going to start because this is only a 30-minute session, so we've got 29 minutes left. Good morning, everybody. My name's Julia. I'm the head of outreach at the Charity Retail Association. And this is the second of our new webinars about making the most of your membership. So hopefully you are all currently members of the Charity Retail Association. You're not here to listen to me, you're actually here to listen to my colleague Alaya talk about research. But I will go through some bits at the beginning just about us as your trade association before handing over to her to talk about the really interesting part. And then there'll be some time for some Q&A at the end. Also on the call, you've got my colleague Alex, who's moonlighting, and it says Robin Osterley under his name. So Alex, if you change that, that won't confuse people. But if you have any problems, if you've got a question, if you want to post in the chat, please do so. We've got Alex, and then we've also got my other colleague, our Deputy Chief Executive, Susan, on the call. They are both here to help you. They will be posting on our behalf as things crop up, or if I don't see that you have asked a question or made a comment about something. So please feel free to use them as necessary. Okay, let's go through and see if this works. Perfect. Okay, so CRA, we are your trade association and we are here to support you in as many ways that we can. And if you don't feel that we're doing that, please just let us know. We would love to hear from you and hear about ways that maybe we're not engaging with our members, because we always can do better and we want to do better. So here's some information about us. If you're not already aware about it, these things you can readily get from the website. So at the moment, we've got just under 8,400 of the total charity shops in the UK within our membership. And that equates to about 420 different charities. So we've got all of the really big national charities and a whole spectrum right the way through to members that might have one shop or might just join us because they're considering opening a shop, so they don't actually have any shops at the moment. So that can be quite challenging, having a spectrum of no shops all the way up to 650 shops in a retail chain, and supporting members in the variety of needs that crop up depending on their size. So we've got about 162 hospice members, I believe, as of when I checked 2 weeks ago. Air ambulances, we might have members that are limited by geography. So they're a charity that works exclusively in Lincolnshire, for example. So all of their shops are based in Lincolnshire. And we have a huge number of very small members, a lot who I know wanted to join these webinars that might have kind of 10 or fewer, maybe 5 or fewer shops. And so we have, kind of 300 or more charities who have quite a small retail chain and retail footprint that supports the parent charity and the good causes that you're raising funds for. And like most organisations in the third sector, we have a strategy. It's called From Strength to Strength. You can find a copy of it on our website, and I will ask Alex to send a link or send a copy of it out after this meeting and after the webinar. So we have 6 objectives. You can read a lot more detail about how we try to measure ourselves and the real specifics of those objectives that we're trying to meet as your trade association. But things like, for example, number 1, lead positive change for charity retail. That's all about our kind of policy work, lobbying government, working on the really thorny issues that are relevant to our sector. So things like business rates or kind of campaign work that might be related to that. Number 3 is something that a lot of my work fits under the remit of, so the Unite, Connect and Support the Sector. So that's things like our series of special interest groups that we run, so the kind of peer-to-peer learning opportunities that we have. It might be attending conference, it might be things like our jobs board, so helping our members to recruit staff into roles to see their shops thrive. It might be around support for the volunteering. And you can read more about all of the objectives And objective 6, which kind of underpins everything, is that we want to make sure that we exist this year, that we're around in 5 years, that we're around in 10 years' time. And like most charities, ensuring that we have kind of robust and ethical income streams. So not just through charity members, but through the corporate partnership work that we do, thinking about kind of grants that we might be able to apply for, so that we are kind of giving ourselves a really stable footing. So the more secure that we are, the more we're able to support our members. Okay, and our team, you've got nearly half of our team just in this meeting, because we consider ourselves to be small but mighty. We only have 10 members of staff. So the membership team, you've got Alex, who's our member services manager, and Susan, our deputy chief executive, already on the call. And then their colleague Anna is our corporate partnership manager, so she deals with all of the corporate relations that we have. Anybody that was on this webinar last time round will have met John, who's part of our public affairs team. So he's our head of public affairs and deals with policy, and works really closely with our colleague Hannah, who is our social media partner. So she's doing things like our press and PR work as well. You've got the outreach team, which is myself and our operations administrator, Kelly, and we deal with our paid events program, conference, jobs, volunteering, things like that. Soon I'm going to stop talking and you're going to hear from our head of research, Alaya. We also have our colleague Dorothy, who deals with our finance, and obviously all of this is ably managed by our chief executive, Robin Osterley, who I'm sure you're all very familiar with, and who led this webinar the first time that we did it. And we think it's really important, we're small but mighty, and so we really have to have a lot of partners that we work with to capitalise on ways that we can support members, ways that we can make waves in the third sector. How can we facilitate change? How can we provide opportunities that are going to support the 420 members that we have? And we do that really well through our partnership work. So here's some examples of some of the partners that we work with. So we have things like Charity Retail Learning, which is our kind of e-learning and kind of webinar and face-to-face training subsidiary that we co-run. We have Trust, which makes sure that there's kind of a universal standard for all textile recyclers and for any companies that are buying kind of stock from the back of the shop, so things that you're not able to sell. We've got Gift Card, which is a great mechanism that you can kind of sell and accept the sale of gift card within your shop as a kind of another income stream. And Gift Card are doing some great work kind of through council partnerships and things. So there's a whole list of people. And if you didn't know that we work with some of these partners and you want to know more about how we work with them, then please get in touch with us, because we would love to kind of help you connect if you're thinking, actually, I would really like to get an in with Hospice UK because I want to talk to them about something. We might be able to help facilitate that. So we're always happy to talk more about this. And then this is my wildcard slide. So this slide wasn't on this presentation when Robin did it last time round, but we had a team meeting and I kind of made an off-the-cuff comment about a charity retail bingo card and said, membership of CRA is not just for a head of retail or a chief executive, it's for your whole team. If you have an area manager that's really passionate about health and safety, send them along to the health and safety special interest group. If you have a volunteering team, make sure they have a login to our website, make sure they've downloaded our volunteer toolkit, make sure they come to our people management group. Give them my email address and I will happily have a meeting with them because I lead on volunteering. And I kind of talked about this bingo card concept about, if you were a charity member of ours and you looked at this bingo card, and there are many more things I could have written on this, I just gave some examples. Could your charity get a line? So, have you or people from your charity been to a special interest group, downloaded the volunteer toolkit? Have you completed our charity retail safeguarding scheme? Do you read CRV when it comes out every week? have you made an awards nomination before, or are you making one this year? Could you get that top line? Could anybody get a full house? And not just me, thankfully, a couple of other people in the team quite like this as a concept. I'm going to try and see if I can twist some people's arms to actually turn this into something, because I think this might be really good. But these are some of the ways that you can engage with us. And I won't list all of them. You know, we have a carbon footprint calculator. We have wellbeing support through Retail Trust. There's loads of different ways that you can engage with CRA. And not just you, but others of your colleagues, others of your volunteers can engage in numerous ways. And the benefit of membership is for everybody within your retail team. You can even have volunteers that could have a login to the website if it would help them with their learning and development and things. So don't feel like it's everything is just on your shoulders as a head of retail or director of income or trustee or something.